Josh Darnell, and this is your co-host,
Mr.
Creighton. Well, Mr. Hyde, yes. So, all right. What we're going to do is usually try to do like a weekly review. This week's kind of there's actually a lot of big news because of CES, of course, and then post-CES announcements and everything else that's going on. So with that, I guess I can do a screen share.
I got it right here.
Sure. You got a screen share going?
Yeah. Let's get it. Platform.
Put that up.
Coffee table. What do you think about this, Josh? Yeah, it's up.
Give it up?
Yep, it's up.
The platform 46 and 32. Yeah, I was looking at those earlier today, and they
look pretty lame.
You know, of course. Well, not really. I mean, you know, Microsoft Surface, of course, you know, their Surface tablets and such. Years ago, when multi-touch was first being pioneered, you know, using the I don't know if you remember. Do you remember me building one? I built one when you were younger in the office, actually. I built one of those old prototype Surface, and I remember downloading the software for it, and we used one of the webcams.
Let's be realistic here, though. Somebody gets mad while they're at Starbucks, and they're like, dang it, and then break the table. No.
Well,
the whole
yeah, I mean, these, okay, so the idea behind...
It would have to be in certain places. It cannot be for public. Like it would have to...
Well, that's what they're... Well, that's what they... So Microsoft, you know, pioneered the multi-touch table, essentially, originally with Microsoft Surface. Now, the new Surface tablets are, you know, kind of making a play off of that name, trying to get people thinking, oh, Surface is back and everything else. So, but this company seems like they've actually done it. You know, and I think Acer, or I'm probably saying that wrong. It might not be Acer, but some other company came out with like a table, quote unquote, tablet. You know, but that one, this is the most impressive one I've seen yet, besides the old Microsoft Surface ones. But see, those Microsoft Surface ones use cameras. It was real cheap, really, to produce, really, if you looked at it, because all it was like a clear piece of acrylic that had a projector at the bottom that projected the images on the surface. So, like, if you were in, you know, they harped it as being like this perfect thing for Vegas casinos and Vegas, you know, dining areas and, you know, bars and stuff like that, where, you know, you spill your drink on it, it's fine. But this thing, I don't know. I mean, I'd
be really weary about anybody coming over my house and just like, hey, just go ahead and set your beer right there.
I mean, look at this guy. Look at the bottom screen right there, the Vimeo or whatever. Vimeo. I don't even know how you pronounce it. All these years, I have no clue. Is it Vimeo or Vimeo? How do you pronounce that site? I don't know.
Pointless.
Okay, so yeah. Well, anyways, the bottom screen. Scroll down to that bottom video and kind of play it or something. Well, don't play it. Actually, no. You passed it up. Go back up.
What? It's been playing it this whole time. Oh, that video.
The bottom one. Look at the. I mean, if I had guessed over. Oh no, you played it. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to really play it.
Yeah. See.
If I had guessed over though. And
the music doesn't even sound entertaining. Wait, the music, like, wait, how are you gonna, for real, just
music through here? But
I wish they could, because,
I mean, what's he got? A glass of orange juice? Like, you are not putting a glass of orange juice on my. It's like, well, actually, they don't have the price yet. I thought I had heard it was going to be around $3,000. That's got to be wrong. There's no way that thing. That's probably, they don't advertise the price on their website. I've been to it. I guarantee you that's $10,000 or more.
$3,000.
Oh well, she had a. Now wait a minute. She had a saucer under the coffee cup. Now that's
look. She's still writing. She's still writing on a piece of paper. Does that make sense? That doesn't get me. Everybody's like, let's get about technology, but I'm writing on a piece of paper. No, what the heck? But well, really, they're showing the whole. No, they're showing the whole concept of how you can have your table as basically like a piece of paper. You can do everything you can on a piece of paper, draw things and do anything you want. But yet this lady's writing things down right next to them on a piece of paper. Does that make sense? How are you going to advise the whole touch screen?
Yeah, that is kind of, you're right. Yeah. That is some kind of dumb advertisement, really.
It's some very dumb advertising.
Wait a minute. Here's the biggest flop of it all, really. They're running Windows 8. And they're using a piece of paper. They should have had a Surface tablet to go along with that. She should have been writing on a Surface tablet.
Keep going. Next topic. Let's talk about Yeah, forget that.
All
one.
right.
It's
Well, that was.
let's
Go
talk
back
about
to it real quick. Go back real quick because that is. Wait a minute. Wait.
there's no
Well,
reason for this.
scroll down to the very bottom because I do want you to see what this blog actually said about it. Pretty impressive, isn't it? Now just take out Windows and what did he say?
Looks like the cross supports would be.
No, go back up. Go back up. Go back up. It said, looks like, what did he say? Go up. It was, I mean, what the original author actually did of the post. He made a valid point. Pretty impressive, isn't it? Now just take out Windows and I might consider buying. We're at a point where they're coming out with something this significant, okay? When Windows is losing the market to, I mean, everything. Even, you can, people that'll see us say this, but Chrome OS is blowing things out of the water. I mean, it's, and even if Chrome OS doesn't survive, Android is leaps and bounds beyond anything that Microsoft is putting out now, and they absolutely have made a mistake choosing to use Windows 8 on this thing. I mean, seriously.
We're going to move on to the Google Smart Contact Lens.
Well, this is, yeah, and another, supposedly they're claiming this was an old Microsoft project, but, who knows?
Well, Tim Jordan, of course. It might be an old Microsoft project, but when you put it in the hands of Google, they're going to turn it into gold. And Microsoft didn't do anything with it, so Google's going to do something with it.
Now here's an interesting point that I was going to bring up because I actually, was going to show you something real quick because that's an interesting point that you said that. Tim Jordan, of course, everybody knows, he announced today that this Google contact lens is coming out, which is essentially a diabetes smart contact lens. It's a blood glucose monitor, basically. So without having to prick your finger, once, twice, or 3 times, or in some cases 4 or 5 times a day, and in some diabetics, we now have a contact lens that can just monitor sugar in a different way, blood sugar in a different way. So it's pretty significant if it really does work, and if it the battery, I don't know how they're going to power it, but however they end up powering it, if it lasts any significant amount of time without having to change it, I mean that's pretty amazing. But the interesting thing that I thought was interesting was this. Let me I'm going to pull up a screen share real quick. I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you.
Why don't they just have when I was 15, I saw a phone that had a glucose on it, and you could it wasn't a smartphone because they didn't have smartphones. I was 14, 15, I think. But I was at the CS show, and LG had a phone where it had a glucose meter, and you could just prick yourself and put your blood and put it right in your phone. How come they don't come out?
Well, they have those. No, they've got that. I sell. Of course, I don't want to say the company I work for, but yeah, I do work. I'm a pharmacist. We do sell those. That same one you're talking about that was introduced. I think it was that one.
Phones, because it was LG.
Not the phone. It was. Well, maybe it wasn't. I think this one's made by BioStar, but this one that we sell plugs into.
I mean, this seems smart.
Your iPhone.
It's from your eye. Blood's not going everywhere. I don't know.
But I thought this was interesting because here's a company that seems to have gotten out of healthcare, right? And then, with a few weeks ago, when they bought Boston Dynamics. Now, I'm not saying Boston Dynamics is making any kind of humanoid type assistant type robots, but potentially that's what humanoid type robots will do eventually. Maybe be helping people in healthcare, and just like a few of those Japanese companies that have come out with. Exoskeletons for nurses and physicians to actually, pick up patients and help them lift and things. Yet here's a company that is getting back into robotics and now has announced that they've been secretly working on this contact lens that was developed years ago, but now they're perfecting it and making it work. Yet look at this, what I have up on here. I used to have a Google Health account. I used that to track all of my, if I ever got labs, like if I had my cholesterol done and things like that. I actually had all that in here, and Google just, got rid of it. And yet they got rid of it, but I thought this was interesting that so the Health Vault is Microsoft's answer to what Google did, and yet they're still going strong. So why does Google get out of the game, but then seemingly get back into the game with that? I don't get it. But
what do you mean you don't get it? There's going to be robots and there's going to be
yeah, but you got it now. You've got it. Okay, so
the same thing. Like Google Glass is just the very beginning of what you're going to be seeing in front of your face when it comes to cellular devices, like the way they are now. Like it's going to be completely.
Well, yeah,
like,
and of course Google Glass, of course, has
Iron
the potential to monitor your eyes. I mean, or your eye at least.
Man, I see in the next 20, 30 years, it's going to be completely like Iron Man. You're going to have contact lenses. It's going to be showing you displays of images, whatever the hell you want to see, or heck you want to see. And you're going to have robotics cleaning your houses. You're going to have them in healthcare and probably driving you places. 30 years. I give it.
Well, potentially, but.
Okay, look at the past 10 years. Look where smartphones. I mean, look how smartphones started, and then how now you have Google Glass, you have other things. It's just taken off. Period.
Well, potentially, but the point I'm trying to make is that they've got out of the game and now they're back in. Which what are they going to do with this? Say they came out with that tomorrow. They don't have a platform now for you to upload your data to if you want to. There's nothing that really ties it back into their services. So what benefit do they have with that? I'm trying to get at the fact that they have to be getting back into the electronic health record game. It's just goofy if they don't.
They never got out of it. They never got out of it. What do you mean?
Well, sure they did. What are you talking about?
How?
They closed their. That's what I was showing you. They've closed. Take a look over here. Google Health has been discontinued. They got rid of it. I had to transfer all my stuff. It even says there. Look what it says. On number 3, I want to keep tracking my health online. What can I use to do this? There are a number of options available. For example, you can continue tracking your health data via another personal health record provider, such as Microsoft HealthVault. So, they use another competing
because
for you to go to.
What Google likes to do is, before they release a product, just like Glass, you have all these explorers, right? And basically, we're beta testing it. And we're fixing things, and we're making it perfect. And what Google likes to do before they release a product is to make it perfect.
But why did they cancel a product that was working fairly well?
Because they didn't feel in the position that it was working very well. And they're like, you know what? This may take a little bit longer time. And we can integrate it with certain other things, maybe the robotics and everything else. So they're trying to just take a little longer time so they can just make it perfect.
But the point is this: as a consumer that relied upon them to take all of my health data, I had posted any of my labs I got from a physician on yearly checkups and things. They were all on there. Yet then I get a message saying, "Oh, sorry, you've got to transfer all your data to somebody else." Now, as a consumer that's worried about his health, you think I'm going to trust them again on that? Something as significant as my own personal electronic health record from Google, for God's sakes. They're going to cancel it? That's kind of concerning. I mean, nothing against them. I understand they wanted out of the game. They felt like it wasn't the right time, but that's going to hurt them in the future, I think, with this smart contact lens. I guarantee you it's going to be brought up.
No.
Why do you say no?
Google, because you got to look at their market cap compared to other corporations and how big of a powerhouse they are. Anything they do is watched by everybody and anybody. Everybody watches Google. Hell, Elon Musk probably keeps up with Google's doing. And he's very innovative and very smart himself.
I'm sure they all tie
Google is a powerhouse, period. You got to face it. Google is the power. It's a verb, dude. People Google it.
Yeah, but they don't.
I don't know.
Officially, they don't recognize that. They don't like that.
It is a verb. They don't like, but they made a verb. It's a verb. I'm sorry. It is. You Google something. It is what it is. Let's move on. It's still Google, and they buy the what? Nest, which you've had for a while. And how much did you save on your electricity bill?
Well, with the Nest, and then of course I have the Mi Casa Verde Vera Lite, which is my home automation controller, which is once you buy it, it's free monitoring and free internet use, so you don't have to pay for any kind of service fees or anything. But with that, controlling most of my lights in the house, including outside lights, and then the Nest, of course, controlling the thermostat, so the heating and air. During the summer, I think the max I spent was like $60. On average, mid to low 50s, $50 a month. So, pretty decent sized house. I mean, it's with the garage. It's an attached garage.
It's ballin'.
Yeah. 1,400 square feet, so it's not super big, but it's from what I've been told by most people I know that live in 1,400 square foot houses, $50 a month is pretty cheap for the summer bill. And it wasn't hot in my house either. I mean, I kept it fairly decently cool.
So
now wintertime heating is a lot more.
How big did actual the Nest have a play in it? Of saving that because you're using 2 different devices, you claim. So how big what role did the Nest play into it?
Well, given that I didn't buy my house, I didn't buy my house till late September of 2012. In October, I guess it was already kind of cool.
No,
I really didn't use it much.
Who on both the devices that you're using to save?
How much did it save me?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't have anything to compare it to. I bought the Nest in like October of 2012, so I bought it during the winter. But I don't know. I saw it had a junky, cheap thermostat in here. I was like, this is the junkiest thermostat I've ever seen, and so I got rid of it immediately and went out on a spending spree. I was like, I'm automating this entire house. So I bought everything immediately. So I have nothing to compare it to. So that's kind of a poor discussion there.
No, because you can compare it because you're using the Nest and what else? I forgot. How do you say it?
Your audio was just cutting out.
I know, yours was earlier. But anyways, look, the Nest and you're using what? What is it called?
Oh, the Mikasa Verde. It's a
okay.
Well, it's not even, they're not even called that anymore. They've changed the name to Vera Automation Systems or something.
All right, Vera Automation System. Which one is outweighing which? Which is better? That you're using that's saving you the most money. That's what
probably I would say the Nest because it's cold as heck in here all the time.
Right.
It's freezing in my house half the time, dude. That's why it saves money. No, it really is a great product because it really does. When I'm living by myself. And nobody, well, some people are here sometimes when I'm not here, but for the most part, when I leave, nobody's going to be here, obviously. Most people go
Nobody comes to your house.
So, well, I mean, yes.
I'm joking.
I'm just saying in general, that's true. Most people are not going to be here when I'm gone, correct or not? Yes. So,
no, that's correct.
When I'm leaving for 8 to 12 hours, depending on my work day, it's saving a lot of money because I don't have any pets here. So it can just go down to my away temperature pretty well.
Well, he did have some pets, but they died because he had the temperature too low.
No, that's not true at all. Oh my God!
I'm just joking.
Well, now
wait a couple hamsters.
Now let me say this because Nest has a big problem. So Nest Labs, of course, the guy you're seeing right there in the picture, he used to work for Apple, and.
He looks like he'd work for Apple.
The
He's bald.
What does that mean? He
his head's shaped like an apple.
Well, yeah.
Keep going.
Shine your apple. Shine his head.
Yeah, it's shiny like an apple.
Before you eat it, take a bite out of that.
And take a bite out of it so it's rotten.
Oh God.
Keep going.
Well, now, okay, so that leaves me to kind of question. Here's the deal. They sucker you in, right? So you get the Nest. And then periodically, so I've got the second gen Nest. I've got the Nest 2.0. But for those of you that don't know what Nest is, scroll down to see if it shows a picture of it on this page. Does it show a Nest thermostat?
No, it doesn't show.
What a stupid article. What do we care about his...
You sent me that article.
Well, sorry. Here, let me find one. We'll just go to Nest Labs. Oh, it's going to show... Oh, okay. Well, let's see. Let me log in real quick. I hope it's not showing what's going on right now because it's showing my password. And of course, they're telling me my password is wrong.
If you're screen sharing, it is showing you like what you're doing.
Yeah, but I don't have the Hangout set for... What? Really? Really?
I'll just
there
do
it.
Goes. I'll
oh, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Okay. Now you see that?
Faster than you.
All right. So Nest, of course, is Nest Labs, which is a company that was started to kind of create the connected home. They had an idea to create a more luxurious and very stylish-looking connected home compared to what other companies have done in the past, and they made their Nest thermostat, which in this case you can see my house is set to 70 degrees, and I didn't set it at 70 degrees, so that's one of my gripes about Nest is that continuously the auto learning is saying that I've set it at 70 degrees at nighttime, and that's not true.
Wait. Do you feel comfortable, though? I mean, at 70 degrees, do you get good sleep?
No, I'm freezing. It's cold in here. So here's my first gripe. First of all,
well, can you turn that auto off? Can you turn that off?
Well, you can do that. Off? You can, but that's kind of defeating the point. The point of Nest is so that it learns your schedule as you're coming and going. Of course, my home automation system tells Nest when I leave so that it definitively turns it to away mode when I'm leaving. And when I punch in my security code when I come in, it turns it back on. But the thing that irks me the most about this is that the software is not that good. There are a lot of bugs in it, and they've had many years, what, 2 or 3 years since it's been out, to really fix this. So hopefully with the Google merger, hopefully they'll
take care of it.
They'll take care of it.
We got a minute.
So that's the first gripe is that I can set this.
We got a minute. Wait. We got a minute. We got one more topic.
What do you mean we have a minute?
Yeah, you said 12:30 on the.
No, I didn't set a limit on it.
You didn't? Oh, okay. Keep going.
We're
Sorry,
good.
Guys.
So the auxiliary heat is now kicking on because it's set it so low and it's not capable of keeping up. Auxiliary heat will kick on if you try to bump it up more than a couple degrees at nighttime. So it's because it thinks, well, there's nothing heating up the house. It's going to be fighting itself, so it goes in and turns on auxiliary heat. Goofy. It's a very big waste of energy. I don't know how many months I have set this temperature at this time to be at 73, and I don't know why it's not learning that I like it a little bit warmer when I'm going to bed. I don't want to freeze when I'm first laying down.
I like it cold.
I like it cold in the middle of the night, but this isn't the middle of the night for me. I mean, 12:30. Well, it's just it's not learning correctly. So that's my first gripe about it. The second gripe is that the thing disconnects from Wi-Fi left and right for no reason at all. And it's like they've told me on the phone many times, well, it's your router. And I'm like, well, let me explain to you what my router is. They say, well, you've got an older router. Okay, so I went and bought a new router. Well, you've got an incompatible router now. And I'm like, no, I don't. I have it. It's listed on your website as one that works perfect with it. So then they tell me to put it in the demilitarized zone. And I'm like, I'm not opening up a DMZ on my router. I have no desire to do that whatsoever. That's just asking for it. So I decide to just ignore what they say and just keep going about it. And I've decided to finally buy another router. This time I bought the Motorola Surfboard Extreme, which is a really good one. But
Google product.
What? Where do you see it says a Google product?
You said it's a Motorola, right?
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. So yeah. What do we work for Google or something? Like that's all we're showing. So no, Motorola actually sold. That's funny you say that, but really and truly, Motorola actually does not make this anymore. They sold their what's it called? Who makes them now?
That's unfortunate because like Google should have took control of everything that Motorola had.
Well, they sold. Well, no, they did. They did originally, but now from what I understand, they sold some of their things to Aris. Aris is who they're called.
Let's talk about this one that
Aris
relates to me. No, the Overwheel.
What's that?
So the hoverboard. Let's talk about.
Oh well, hang on. I didn't finish. Let me finish.
All right, finish.
I've got one more point. The point was when we were talking about the other day when it was in Kentucky, we had minus 30-degree winds, and the first night of that, it was negative degree temperatures in general. Then wind chill was less than that. Nest went into a horrible bug that I've never had happen, but I've heard happen. So I'm going to switch back to you. Let me try to find that video real quick so we can at least show. That's a nice picture you found there. Let me see if I can't find.
I found it as soon as you said something and you're searching.
Let's
I
see.
can't find it. I found it.
What, a picture of it?
Yeah, it was like already on the page as a link.
Well, there is a. Where is? Hang on. There is.
Wait, the door pad at our house, Josh, got messed up too. I think it might be something with the cold. Technology really can't handle the cold that well as of right now.
Well, possibly, but here's
I'm pretty sure. I mean, that's what it is because the whole door lock mechanism was messing up. It wouldn't recognize my code that was tapping in. It was just telling me it was wrong. So, I mean, it may be. It's hard to say.
Yeah, but you're not talking. No, but the point. Yeah, in my house though, my house was 70 degrees, man. I'm sitting.
Yeah, but it's still linked to your phone.
No, I know, but take a look at this video here.
I mean, I don't know who. There's so many different possibilities.
Take a look at this video here. So this guy shows actually how to reboot it, which no Nest website does. No
West is messed up, but keep going.
Well, no Nest website shows this at all. But there is a bug where the little LED light will flash, and the screen's unresponsive. You can't do anything. This guy showed how to actually fix that problem, and probably saved my life because it was cold outside. I mean, you remember it was -degree temperatures, and you couldn't turn the heat on. Like, that's it. It just shut the whole heat off, everything, in -degree temperatures. And this bug is well known in the community. Yet Nest support site does nothing about it. It says nothing. Actually, you can probably see my little comment down there. I said, thanks for the video. The sheer fact that this is not on the Nest support site is ridiculous. Had this happen to me today, and it happened, and had it happened tomorrow night when the weather is going to drop in the -degree temperatures, could have killed people/animals. Of course, and so I said it's unacceptable for the Nest to do something like that. It should just, if it goes into any kind of stuck mode like that for any amount of time, it should have software in it that just automatically reboots it. It's a goofy design flaw to the point where I was ready to rip it off. I swear to you, I'm not even kidding. I was going to take it off and put the old thermostat. I still have that old thermostat that the house came with.
I mean, or if it goes to that point, like where it's or you can set a temperature where you feel like is a ridiculous temperature that you don't want within that month or something like that.
No, I did. That's called the away temperature. But what I'm saying is it doesn't do that.
It alerts you. They should make a feature where it alerts you. That's the problem for that. They should make it a feature to alert you. All right, let's talk about.
Well, so hopefully the point was, I guess, was that they would eventually fix that.
Onewheel is one wheel away from being a hoverboard.
Yeah, everybody wants a hoverboard, of course, but that's actually pretty cool.
Dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. I am so sorry. You're going to call something a hoverboard. Even compare it to a skateboard. It's all about balance. That's what skateboarding is about. And you're taking balance out of the equation. So what is the point? I have no clue. To feel like you can skate like a skateboarder, I guess. To feel like you can ride a skateboard, I guess. But you can't ride a skateboard. You're on a hoverboard. I mean, it's fun, but what skill goes involved in a hoverboard? Hoverboard is fun. Sounds like a fun idea. Sounds awesome. But I don't know. I don't see the whole Michael J. Fox Back to the Future hoverboard being that type of like cool thing, and even people think of it turning into a sport or something like that. No.
Yeah, but go to their Kickstarter page. Let's see how many people are doing their Kickstarter. Go down, scroll down. Let's just see how many hits.
I don't care how many hits they have because I'm not supporting their idea because it's not truly a hoverboard for one.
The Qualcomm Talk. That's awesome.
I mean, it's a balance.
It's funny you scroll down. Look, seriously.
That's already.
Hang on a second. Look what you got there.
Okay, look. Wait.
The Qualcomm Talk. That's their Mirrorsaw watch.
But anyway,
I think your battery's about to go dead, dude.
It is about to go dead. I was gonna say that. Whoa.
You better go plug it in real quick. He's running a Chromebook Pixel. We're not Google fanboys.
Make it. But this doesn't seem like this for real. I mean, I don't understand it. It's just basically a balancing board that people used to practice to keep their balance for skateboarding and for surfing. But I mean, something that does it automatically for you, that's dumb. Go stand on a step. Okay? There you go. You got yourself a hoverboard. That's a board.
Take a look at how much. I'm on their Kickstarter page. Look how much
I saw how much money they got.
259,000 out of 100,000 they got. It's already back, so they're gonna make it.
Right, but it's so dumb that they're gonna make it because I can stand on a step. Okay, a wooden step. That's what that is. It's a piece of board that's attached to something that's getting support, and I'm basically hovering off the ground. I am above the ground. It's a hoverboard.
It kind of makes you feel like you're on a hoverboard.
Well, we're about to... I might have to get off here soon. My computer's going to die. But...
don't you plug it in? Why don't you just plug it in?
Yeah, but if I go upstairs, it's going to be too loud and everybody's going to wake up. But look, the whole hoverboard thing, I don't know. It just seems dumb to me. I mean, there's balancing boards they've made, and that's the whole purpose of a balancing board is to get better at skateboarding and surfing. So why would you use something that does it automatically for you? I understand the concept of what's that thing called that you ride on it. It's got two wheels. Segway or what is it called?
The Segway? Yeah, similar.
Segway, yeah. Yeah, but okay, that makes sense. But
did you see the Qualcomm talk, by the way? Scroll back down. That is an awesome
smartwatch. But this, does it do turns and stuff like that?
Well, yeah, there's all kind. You didn't just see the videos I was showing you?
I mean, I guess, I don't know.
What do you think about this one? Look at this one.
Hit or miss. I can't see what you're doing because my computer is about to die and the whole Hangout thing is messed up. Even though it's being recorded, it's all messed up. I don't know. It got messed up. It's okay, though. But I don't see it.
Solo Wheel, they already came out with something called Solo Wheel. I wish you could see this. You'll have to watch the video later. But Solo Wheel is amazing. Well, type that into your browser. Just type in Solo Wheel. All one word. It's pretty awesome, dude. That one's already out. Now, that one actually looks a lot more interesting. It's kind of like a miniature unicycle that self-balances. And that's kind of cool. It's a unicycle instead of like a skateboard type thing that they're kind of obviously copying with the other one.
I've seen that too. I've already seen the Solo Wheel. I mean, it's cool. And then again, the Solo Wheel is cool. Solo Wheel makes sense. The Solo Wheel does make sense. But this hovering board crap does not make sense until you actually get it hovering, and that's pretty cool. But a wheel, I don't know. Seems a little ancient and dated. And
I think we're some ways away from hoverboard technology, if ever. It just depends if we ever learn how to do it. But
well, we will learn. We will do it.
But we'll move on to Steam then. So Steam now has
I might not make
a release date for Alienware. Oh, is your computer done? Well, Alienware finally announced a date. That actually they're supposedly gonna launch in September. Their first Steam box, or well, actually they're calling them. I guess they're now calling them Steam machines now. Steam OS is actually pretty unique idea, man. So Valve essentially what they did was with Steam, which is of course their content distribution system, which was actually probably one of the first ones that really took off, if not the first content distribution system for games on PC, and comparing it to like the PlayStation Store and now Windows Store and the Microsoft Xbox Store or whatever, and it's much more in depth in terms of what they have sold on there for many years compared to those other companies, and now they're trying to get into your living room. And people that I've talked to that have used the software, it's pretty awesome. Not to mention, of course, Valve has the potential. Their controller. Do you see that controller there? It rocks. It's got the new style of touchpads instead of analog sticks. You have touchpads that kind of mimic mice for your left and right sticks. Pretty cool. But essentially, I think they've got something good on their hands. I mean, if they can work out the bug of of course, running it being based on Linux, and most of their content providers, are PC developers, and in some cases Mac developers. Now you got PC and Mac games. You just now are starting to get more Mac games on there, and now you're bringing Linux, and not all of their games are even Linux compatible, from what I understand.
Right.
So, how are they going to do that? I don't know, but we'll see.
We'll see. Anyways, computer is on 8%, about to die. I might have to cut this one short. We're already 10 minutes over, or 12 minutes over anyway. It's supposed to be a half hour. But I guess we're signing off, and we should do this another time. Again, it was fun. 30 minutes of talking.
Absolutely, definitely. So we'll try to do it again next week, and we'll see.
See how it goes.
And
hopefully, it was funny and educational at the same time.
Well, yeah. Hopefully, we'll see. Any comments or anything? If you'd like us to change our format a bit or work on anything, please feel free to comment.
Yeah, troll the heck out of us. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Just keep trolling.
I'm going to go lay down in my cold bed thanks to my Nest not properly heating my house. It's free. Well, it says it's 73. That's not true. See, it's only 71 right now. But
anyways, we'll see if we'll do it next week, guys. Good night, and have a good weekend.
Good night, guys.
Signing off.
Take care.